I see some balls coming out of Shedeur Sanders at that game,
hell
and I'm
yeah.
like, kind of looks like a guy.
Yeah, I'm ready.
He can sling it.
Ready to. I see him. Some of the veterans, how they talk to him, mic'd up, see what he's doing in the community.
Yep.
You talking about Njoku there?
Joku, Mike Knapp. Yeah, once you see, different little interactions and things like that, I know he has the talent. We'll see. It'll be a competition that usually brings the best out of guys, especially young guys. So I'm interested to see how that quarterback situation.
I've heard he's been outstanding in the building.
There are ways to get around this. And once again, like I said, it is the most important position on the team. And you might not know this year if Shedeur and Dylan are going to be something down the road. So those guys aren't going anywhere. They're keeping Dylan and Shedeur. I wrote that in the column that I wrote today. Those guys are going to make the football team. So you can pretty much take that to the bank. And then it's just a matter of trying to figure out what you would want to do with Joe and Kenny. And I think both of them will play this year.
Yeah, Schrags, we hear that they might, this Browns team might carry 4 quarterbacks on the roster. At least they're floating that idea, I guess. What do you think truly does happen to their 53-man opening day roster? And are they looking to potentially trade one of these guys?
I'd be surprised. And the 2 guys that I would look at is Flacco and Pickett. Now, they were aggressive in getting Joe Flacco as a free agent quarterback, brought him back. Obviously, he has a great relationship with Stefanski. 2 of them had great success 2 years ago when he was the comeback player of the year, but they also acquired Kenny Pickett. I would be surprised personally if both of those veteran quarterbacks are still on the roster come week 1. And you have the 2 rookies. Usually in a situation like this, just covering the league a while like I have, you have the 2 veterans go at it. One of those guys is your veteran, and then you probably keep both rookies and you dress maybe one of them. And you've got Flacco as your starter week 1, Shedeur or Gabriel as your backup contenders. Quarterback is always going to be looming in every conversation. So I think they're going to want to get those guys action, Gabriel and Sanders.
NFL insiders are buzzing after Peter Schrager dropped a bombshell on the Pat McAfee show. I've heard he's been outstanding in the building, and no one thought he was this malcontent or like a bad guy. That's high praise for a QB who slid all the way to round 5. How does a player dismissed in the draft turn into a locker room favorite? But this glowing praise raises more questions than answers, especially when more rumors start to emerge. Shedeur Sanders was once pegged as a first-round talent. Instead, he tumbled to the 144th pick in round 5. Why the fall? Sources point to skipped combine drills, unusual interview choices, and a non-traditional process that spooked teams. Yet, the most bizarre twist came during the draft itself, a prank call claimed by the son of Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, impersonating Saints GM Mickey Loomis. The NFL responded with fines and chastisement for leaking player info. Even amid that unusual draft drama, the Browns remained unfazed, and Gold Coast whispers began to shift. Growing chatter isn't about off-field issues, it's about respect. Schrager reaffirmed that no one thought he was this malcontent, but rather that he's been training since the day he was born to step into a pro QB role. Meanwhile, teammates like Myles Garrett and Greg Newsome have praised his leadership and precision in meetings. Now fans are asking, is Sanders already the best QB on the roster? And that confidence leads us into the next curveball. Late on June 17, the reports broke that Sanders was clocked at 101 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone near Strongsville, Ohio. He's staring at a 4th-degree misdemeanor, a $250 fine, or potentially a July 3rd court date, admitting a rookie lapse that has some wondering, is this a sign of recklessness or just youthful zeal misfiring? But that traffic violation isn't the worst of it when considering the real competition. Cleveland's QB room is loaded. Veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett headline, while rookies Dylan Gabriel and Sanders push hard. GM Andrew Berry emphasized it's open competition, no favors, no fast-tracking, especially early in the season. Analysts warn throwing a rookie into week 1 could spell disaster. Fans? They're split between trusting the vets or chasing the fresh spark. Meanwhile, insiders say all 4 candidates might make the roster. With Sanders catching eyes in minicamp, the big question becomes, does he have what it takes under real lights? Sanders isn't just a project. He's a smart financial move. His rookie deal spans 4 years and $4.6 million with a $447K bonus. Minimal cost with big upside. That makes him a prime candidate to stick around beyond camp. But now comes the big test, training camp. Who takes first team snaps? Does he push Flacco and Pickett in preseason games? Can he prove his value under pressure? He's about to step into the arena, but can he fight off veteran grit and claim his spot? So here's where it all stands. A beloved underdog praised by Schrager, undone by a speeding ticket, still hungry, and heading into a crowded QB room for real reps. No guarantees, no safety nets. Will Cleveland's gamble pay off? Or is Sanders destined for the bench? You've heard the backstory, felt the drama. Now it's time to watch and see.